Hi, I'm Jeannie Elmstrom. This presentation will describe neuroscience energetics, a treatment modality that I developed over the past few years to balance biochemistry in my patients. Neuroscience energetics helps people come into harmony with their inner biology and their outer environment. One of the things I've noticed in my practice is that there are three big health challenges that people face. The first is sensitivities, like allergies to pollen or car exhaust or dust or animals. The second category is building blocks of the body, like vitamins and minerals, the things that the body needs in order to function properly that people sometimes have problems absorbing. The third category is pathogens, like viruses and bacteria, that make people sick. So how do you make somebody absorb calcium more effectively so that their bones will be strong? How do you make viruses stop replicating so people can get well when they get sick? How do you make somebody stop sneezing during pollen season? In neuroscience energetics, we balance the body's biochemistry to answer these very questions. Each of these problem scenarios describes a challenging relationship between a person and either their inner world or their outer world. Basically, we can't change the world. We can't make dust go away. We can't make cats or dogs stop shedding. We can't make trees stop pollinating. So the only option really is to change ourselves and to bring ourselves into harmony with the world. But how did we get out of harmony? The most common way is stress. Traumas, big emotional upheavals, and difficult stuff we all go through tends to take a toll on the immune system. The immune system is one of the most extensive systems in the body, and it involves the digestive system, lymphatic drainage and circulation, the spleen, T cells, B cells, the skin, and the nervous system, just to name a few. When we experience stress, it changes our relationship with our inner and our outer world. Then, what was once a positive relationship becomes a negative one. Here's an example. Picture two magnets with their poles lined up, plus minus, plus minus. That's an example of a positive relationship. As you can see, these magnets attract each other. But if you flip one of the magnets around, what happens? Then the magnets repel each other. This is kind of what happens to a relationship when it changes from good to bad. In the same way, when we go through stress, it tends to affect our polarity with our world. So what kinds of stress can change your relationship with your world? Well, this is going to be different for everyone. Some people will be able to withstand a high degree of stress and trauma before any relationship changes. Other people might be more sensitive, and it might take only a minor degree of trauma for their relationship to change. Basically, some examples of trauma and stress are car accidents, long illnesses, hospitalizations, especially those involving surgeries, and childbirth. Other examples are moving and relocating to a very different city or country, loss of a job, death or loss of a loved one, separation and divorce, or a difficult and challenging relationship. The other way people develop biochemical sensitivities is by inheriting them from their parents. Children whose parents are allergic to grass, for instance, will probably be allergic to grass also. And if both parents have the same allergy, the chances are greater that the child will have that sensitivity. It's the same for nutritional building blocks. People whose parents had a hard time absorbing B vitamins, for example, will probably also have that same issue. So what's the big deal? Say you're having trouble absorbing vitamin C, for instance. Does that really matter? Can't you just take a multivitamin? The issue is not one of bioavailability. The issue is one of absorption. Vitamin C is really critical for the health of the whole body. Vitamin C is really important to your immune system. It helps your body fight colds and flus. Vitamin C absorption determines the health of the surface membranes of all your organs, like your colon and your bladder. Vitamin C keeps your skin healthy, and it's super important for the health of your gums and mucous membranes. Vitamin C helps your bones stay strong and prevents calcium deposits that cause arthritis. Vitamin C is really important when it comes to hormones. Without adequate vitamin C, your body will have a hard time making adequate growth hormone and progesterone. Progesterone is very important when it comes to sex hormones, and inadequate amounts will affect your body's ability to manage the menstrual cycle if you're a woman. And it's one of the building blocks of testosterone and cortisol. Furthermore, progesterone levels affect serotonin levels, which affect blood sugar and mood. So if you have a lifelong history of not being able to absorb enough vitamin C, you may end up with bowel issues, emotional imbalances, blood sugar problems, skin problems, and if you're a woman, wicked PMS by the time you're 40. As you can see, being able to properly absorb the nutrition from your food you eat is critical for the health of your whole body. So how do we get somebody's body to start absorbing nutrition properly after not being able to do that? How do we fix that? This is the energetics part. We use glass vials that contain the energetic signature of various substances to balance people to what they're out of harmony with. To explain this, let's use the example of trees. Let's say you're allergic to oak trees. Every time the oak trees in your town pollinate in the spring, your eyes start to burn and run, and then your throat gets itchy. And then your throat starts swelling a bit, and you start sneezing and coughing, and you feel like you need to lie down. So you go to your practitioner, who is going to treat you with the trees vial. Glass vials have been in use for the past 35 years. They contain distilled water, which holds the frequency of a computer-generated substance. A computer has charged the distilled water contained in this vial with the energetic frequency of whatever substance is chosen. Energetic frequencies are sort of like credit cards. On the back of your credit card is the magnetic strip. The magnetic strip contains all the information of your credit history. So when someone swipes your card, the machine reads the electronic signature on the card, which tells the bank if you're a good credit risk or not. In the same way, the vial contains the energetic signature of whatever substances you're out of harmony with. We could use an actual tree, but there are lots of different kinds of trees, and they tend to be large and take up space. So we want to make sure that you're going to be balanced to all trees in a simple, easy way. So instead, we'll use a tree vial that contains the frequency of all trees. There are lots of ways to use glass vials to balance people to different substances. What we're doing basically is harmonizing you to whatever substance is in the vial. We're changing that relationship that you have with that substance from a harmful or non-harmonious relationship into a positive, safe, harmonious relationship. We do this by bringing you into harmonic resonance with the vibrational frequency of that vial. First, we gently interrupt the energetic flow around your body. Then we introduce the vibrational frequency of the vial. Then we invite your body to shift. In this way, we reset or reboot your relationship with that substance. There are some substances that require more work because there's an emotional component to the relationship. When this is the case, I use other modalities to balance whatever needs to be balanced to clear emotions, belief systems, disharmonies between organs or body parts, and any other imbalances that might be getting in the way of your harmonious relationship with that substance. Sometimes it takes a couple of sessions to clear a biochemical imbalance. Typically, we balance 3 to 7 biochemical imbalances per session, and of those 3 to 7, we may need to look at 1 or 2 again at the next session, depending on the severity of the imbalance and the number of issues involved. I hope this information has been helpful for you and will allow you to make the right decision regarding your health care. Please let us know if you have any further questions, and you can click right here to make an appointment. Thanks for listening.